My name is Linda, and while I met Evelyn through church, we shared a business background. So my brief reflections will be from a business perspective. She led many different types of life groups, and we partnered in a life group that was designed to support women in business, people in business, so that in the workplace we could be people of integrity, who loved others, who worked with excellence. I would characterize Evelyn as a hard-nosed, investigative journalist. She was driven by the scoop. And if you're in PR like I am, when you hear a reporter say scoop, you think scandal. Evelyn was a persistent reporter. My colleagues on the banking side, who supported wealth and investment, which was her beat, would attest that to me. She would do anything and everything to get the story. And to her credit, that's what her profession required. Nothing less. The scoop. And she delivered. If any of you had the opportunity to read some of her stories, the Wall Street Journal, the Globe, the Post, you know what I mean. Just read her lead. And not everybody gets into those papers. One day in the workplace, she told me she had an interview with one of our hard-to-reach executives, a video interview. And I put down the phone and I said, how did that happen? That's Evelyn. Persistence. And we saw this persistence when she started her own business venture. And we were all excited about that. Some of you are here today, even Olivia's. It's a really cool concept where young families can bring their children in a place of safety where they can play, and the parents and friends, they can have coffee and delicious snacks. Cool concept. And she was very energetic and enthusiastic about this idea. Getting the business plan together was a bit of a challenge. There were partners that things didn't work out, but she persisted. She developed a business plan, she got the financial backing, and several of us were there for the launch of this retail outlet. It was a great concept. The community loved it. But we learned something really important. Imagine that parents of very young children are frugal with their money. They prefer to come with their food and refreshments rather than buy. But we persisted. Evelyn persisted. We tried everything. We tried specials and workshops and contests, but the numbers weren't panning out. So we had a meeting and we said, I think this is it. But Evelyn persisted till the very end, and a number of us here were there when that sign came down. There are two things about these stories that really stand out for me about Evelyn. When she, as a reporter, would talk to me about her stories, she had sources, and she built trust with those sources, and she stood by those sources. Those sources were precious to her. Integrity. She's a woman of integrity. And even with Olivia's, when things weren't going very well, do you know what was on her mind? Her employees. She wanted to make sure that her employees were taken care of first. She wanted to make sure they were paid, even though she was suffering. So that's persistence. This is how I'm going to end this part. There's a movie, I don't know if you have watched the Narnia Chronicles. There's a scene that really, really moves me. And it's the hero, Peter, and he's getting ready for battle. And there's an army behind him, there's an army beside him, and later we find there's an army above him. And he looks at his first in command, second in command, and he says, are you with me? And the second in command looks at him and says, to the death. And they raise up their sword in battle, and they go up together. And in that hospital, the army of people that came to surround Evelyn, behind her, beside her, above her, there was is never ending doubt. Are we with you, Evelyn? Yes, we're with you to the end. But you know what? Our faith tells us this isn't the end, and we know that. For Evelyn, it is the beginning. So Evelyn, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the scoop.